And moving on to Meghalaya now, top political leaders of the state and scores of people have gathered at Sohra today, where the state funeral for State Assembly Speaker and United Democratic Party Chief Donkupar Roy is underway at the venue. The state's top leadership earlier gathered at the house of the deceased Roy, where they all paid their last respects to the deceased UDP chief. And apart from Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and Deputy Chief Minister Prestone Tynsong, several other prominent leaders have gathered for the state funeral today, cutting across party lines. And the mortal remains of Roy were taken from Shillong to Sohra yesterday. And after the state funeral gets through today, Roy's body will laid to its final resting place at his ancestral village in Shella. Roy died in a Gurugram hospital on Sunday afternoon at the age of 64 after a brief period of illness. Hundreds have paid tributes to Roy since Monday when his body was brought to his official residence in Shillong. And leaders cutting across party lines paid rich tributes to the late UDP president. All right, viewers, now we cut across live to Sohra, where the funeral ceremony is taking place.
To follow his footsteps. Once again, dear friends, we all MDA partners pray the Almighty God to give the bereaved family the strength to withstand the irreparable loss and also grant peace to the departed soul of our beloved leader. May God bless you all. Thank you. God bless.
Many top political leaders, James Sangma there paying his last tribute to Donkupar Roy. And not only the political leaders of the state, many people have also gathered to pay their last respect because Dr. Donkupar Roy was the people's leader. And let me tell our viewers once again that Roy died in a Gurugram hospital on Sunday afternoon at the age of 64 after a brief period of illness. And hundreds have paid tributes to Roy since Monday when his body was brought to his official residence in Shillong. And these are visuals from Sohra. The mortal remains of Roy were taken from Shillong to Sohra yesterday.
As one of its great stalwart. On behalf of all members of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly and ex-members, I would like to express my deepest condolences to the family, and I pray to God Almighty that his departed soul be granted to rest in peace. Thank you.
Madam Sundram, the beloved wife of our late Dr. Donkupar Roy, all the beloved members of the family of late Dr. Donkupar Roy, the Chief Minister and his lady wife, distinguished members of the Cabinet, distinguished elected representatives, the Chief Secretary and other senior government officers, both civil and uniform, all other dignitaries representing various political parties, representing various traditional institutions, all the relatives of the family, and my dear electorates of Shella constituency and friends from media. We are here today to give our last respect to our beloved comrade, our friend, and a great leader. A leader who put the people before everything else, put the state before everything else, and who always remembered about the agonies of the people, the sufferings of the people, and his commitment to join politics in order to serve them. We have a number of similarities when we talk about the people and the area which we both represented. So I joined him in service of the people in 1993. He was ahead of me in his innings, and he got his innings started in 1988. I remember when in 1993 we joined him as a number of independent MLAs were elected then. And 1993-98, how we learned the pulls and pushes of politics in Meghalaya, and that particular period of time enabled us to condition in the whole complex world of politics. I had a long association with him. I had the privilege. I have known him from close angle. The area he represented is similar to the area that I represent. I represented till 2018, that is Ampati and Shella, both along the international border. Both suffered from disparities of development, and therefore we share the same concern. We had the privilege of being in the government together for a very long time. And on a number of occasions, as a colleague and comrade in the government, he was there to balance and caution me. And in course of my privilege of working together with him, I have been enriched. I must tell you today that his sudden and unexpected demise is lost to everyone. But personally, for a colleague who had learned innings with him together, there are many of us who are present here today, you can well understand. We had a number of decisions that we took together, number of decisions which were required.
So viewers, that was Dr. Mukul Sangma at the funeral ceremony of Dr. Donkupar Roy. And let me tell our viewers that after the state funeral gets through today, Roy's body will laid to his final resting place at his ancestral village in Shella.